Stabbing a Woodbury police officer faced a judge today.
Tyler Wilmot is accused of stabbing Officer Tim Wright several times in the neck during a routine traffic stop yesterday. And Channel 3's Susan Raff is live outside Waterbury Superior Court, where we are learning the suspect knew this officer. Susan.
We just left court and we heard some disturbing details just minutes ago about this case, and we want to point out that some of the details are pretty graphic. In fact, prosecutors are now saying this was not a random act, this was not accidental, that the suspect in this case, Tyler Wilmot, intentionally tried to kill Officer Tim Wright. Now, inside the courtroom, the suspect stood there. His bail is now being set at $3 million. Tyler Wilmot is charged with assault on a police officer and attempted murder. It turns out that there is some history between these two men. According to prosecutors, Officer Wright had pulled the suspect over on at least 2 different occasions, and that when he saw Officer Wright yesterday, he intentionally and deliberately tried to kill him. Now, we are told with the new charges that Officer Wright, who is now in the hospital, Wilmot will be charged with attempted murder and assault on a police officer. As for Officer Wright, he was in bad shape. He was stabbed in the neck and the throat and was choking on blood.
This was not an accident. This was an attempted assassination. He targeted this officer. He wanted to kill this officer, and it came within 1 millimeter of killing this officer.
Now, right after being stabbed and despite his injuries, Officer Wright was able to activate his emergency button, which brought the quick response of fellow officers who brought him directly to the hospital. Wilmot was taken into custody yesterday afternoon. Apparently, Officer Wright pulled him over for a problem with his license plate, and when the officer got out of his car, the suspect walked over to the officer and started stabbing him. The suspect took off but was later caught. Now, bond again has been set at $3 million, but the suspect has been told he must undergo a mental health evaluation. Coming up on Eyewitness News at 6, more on the suspect, more on this veteran officer who was also recently given a medal for bravery, and how the quick response of fellow officers may have saved his life. We are live tonight in Waterbury. Susan Raff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.